I'll tell you when I done nothing, cause you're bluffing with my muffin. Hello. Probably should have started that a little bit later. Hadn't really got a lot to talk about today apart from my thug life. Just thought I'd just play. I haven't got a lot of lunchtime, so I'm just going to play some songs off the radio and see if it sparks anything for 20 minutes. Maybe do a little bit of a rant at the end. I'm sure I'll come across something that'll probably piss me off. So that was a little bit of Lady Gaga for you all. A bit of a strange thing there. They never play the bluffing with my muffin bit, which is my favourite bit in the whole song. The only bit I really value as a person and in my life. There's a recent article, well apparently it's all over Facebook and Twitter. She did a photo shoot for Versace, and the photo shoot, basically they had pictures where she hadn't done her makeup up yet and looked, well, I wouldn't even say rough as fuck, because I don't think Lady Gaga looks amazing anyway. She always had that kind of weird alien androgynous look. She just looks a bit rough, and clearly they hadn't done their touch-ups or whatever, and it's like shock horror, Lady Gaga as you've never seen her before, as pictures are leaked. It just goes to show how airbrushed and shit women look without makeup on. I just thought, what a non-story. I mean, really? Shock horror, breaking news, women don't look as good without makeup, or woman looks rough without doing her makeup. And I've seen the other pictures, and yeah, I mean, fair enough, she had this... Do you know what? A bin has just gone into the back of my car. Hang on a second, I'm going to show you this. I might have to sue the council. Luckily it hasn't gone into the back of my car, so Isn't that terrible, though? Bins going into the back of cars. My car, that's what's most terrible about it. I've got to sort out, people don't seem to understand that I've got to sort out the camera and everything every time. Bins don't certainly care. But I'm quite glad that didn't go into the back of my car. Look, I mean, my light won't go off now. Mark's probably saying it's some emergency. What I was trying to say was, who cares? I don't think she looked that bad anyway. She just looked a bit like someone looks in the morning before they've sorted their face out. I don't think Lady Gaga will care, to be honest. But there was a lot of talk. You think, fair enough. It's like the industry. It's like the same industry that like refuses to put any pictures of women on a magazine or in a video shoot without them looking like fucking flawless. It's the same industry that the second anything gets released with them looking a bit shit because they've caught them out, they've caught their own people out, they're like, oh, look at them, don't they look like shit? It's just ridiculous, but it's a subject we've heard a million times, so I'm not going to keep going on about it. I just think, you know, hi, today's news, 300 people are missing in a cruise liner crash, so many hundred saved, still capsized. Should we talk about the fact that the safety of that seemed to be the side of the country seemed to be going down the absolute shitter? Should about the fact that only 2 months after the plane that we still haven't found, now we've got another 300 people missing from some dodgy cruise line. Hey, no, don't look at this. Here's a picture of Lady Gaga looking a bit shit before she's put her makeup on. Oh, anyway, so there we go. We're already ranting. I'm ranting. Hardcore ranter. So, yeah, so we'll move on. I'm going to take this off. I wanted to just show a bit of, like, I just wear this for work a lot of the time. It's not really something, I don't even really like the t-shirt, but I just take it off when I'm a bit hot. So let's go on and let's see what else can spark me off now. So we'll start on with Radio 1. Yeah! Now this is Tinie Tempah and Labyrinth. So dark. Ladies and gentlemen, this is something they call a groundbreaker. So let me first apologize to the shots and the ties for your makeup. Yeah! Oh no, that was a bit, I wanted to get the bit with Tinie Tempah and he does his bit. Wow! Bums on your head. Oh no. Just shows I'm not very good with this song, and that's probably a good thing. I keep getting it all wrong. I'm waiting for a bit. I always like that bit because it sounds like we throw bums on your head. Bums on your head, bums on your head, bums on your head, bums on your head. And then Tinie Tempah goes, yeah! I mean, I actually like Labyrinth as a producer. I think he is actually, don't get me started, no, I don't like his slow stuff. I think that's cringeworthy, but I like the fact he looks like Urkel from whatever that black American comedy show was. But he does kind of pull it off, and I do think he is a good producer and he does some good sounds, but I'm not really a fan of his music, and it's very commercial, and I think he knows that. I like the bit of Blackout, Tinie Tempah Blackout, where you get to wait, hey guys, you get to wait 4 minutes or whatever long it is till there's a little bit of shit drum and bass at the end, and then it stops. So no, I'm not really. Tinie Tempah, I don't know, he just annoys me. Not really a fan. So yeah. Bums on your head, bums on it, bums on his head, bums on his head. We can make an earthquake up in here, so here we go. I quite like this bit actually. Feeling like a straight 10 on the radio. What? Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Fire. Probably like it really. Radio 2. This is more like it for me anyway. I mean, I wouldn't really listen to this, but I instantly have 10 times more respect for it. 110th Street, I like that.
On the fantastical elements of the tale and on Faust himself, sung by baritone Christian Gerhaher. Faust is reprieve through Gretchen's sacrifice. Tenor Werner Gürer is Ariel, the spirit who comes to him on Walpurgis night.
It's a bit new age,
isn't it? The midnight scene where Faust decides to achieve immortality by transforming the ocean into fertile land. He stands resistant to the spectres of want, debt, care and distress, but he's cursed by care. Cue Faust's funeral march, where the lemurs, nocturnal half-human creatures, sardonically set about digging his grave.
They're not nocturnal half-human creatures, they're these little things. So this guy, he tried to turn the whole ocean into a fertile land. Sounds like a big fucking fuck session to me, really, with lots of... That must be where you get all the... I know everyone makes a joke with the whales, but that must be how the... why the water's so salty. And then, I haven't changed the channel by it. And it's like, oh, and after that little tale about fucking in the sea... and lemurs being half mortal creatures, here's a bit of classical. While you comprehend and soak in what I've just told you. And I don't mind a bit of classical. Radio 4, ladies and gentlemen.
Nothing he did was good enough for her.
Nothing she did was good.
God, why would anyone do this to us?
Oh, this sounds like pretty great.
Please find him. Please find my dad.
We'll do our best.
Again, nothing I ever did was good enough for her. Please find my dad. Stop. Do. It's like, what? What weird jumps?
I've never known a witness to remember that much. And she only saw him for a few seconds.
It shoots down your theory about that.
Yeah. Oh, shoot down your theory, eh?
She could be lying.
I'm not a fan of London for purely this reason.
Yeah, why not? It's been known to happen.
Russell Brand's about the only London person I like. I'll have a think about that, actually. Who else do I like from
You
London?
know that.
Oh, yes, thank you, Detective Sergeant Smarthouse.
Oh, just a second.
I like Katie B's like tight PVC leathery leggingy things and her heels. But I don't like her earrings. Look a bit, I don't know, a bit scrubby to me. So yeah, that's what we learnt from that. Classical FM, where you're gonna get that type of thing anyway, aren't you? I just worry that I'm not loud enough. Obviously I know people are not bothered, but I don't want to do all this and then find it's just wasted.
Yeah, I think, like you say, we're singers. That's what we do, that's what we're good at. But as for the business side of things and the schedule and the running around and all the pressure as people, you know, people like, you know, Sally, she's been doing this stuff for years, but then there's people like me and you know, and the younger lot, you know, that we haven't done this kind of stuff before, and we're kind of thrown into it. And it does get a bit much sometimes, but when you say, how do you hold it together, you just do. There's no time for you not to, and you just do. And obviously there were wobbly moments, but as soon as you're on that stage and you start singing, you realise that that's why you're here, and there's no reason to be scared.
Did you think of your mum at any of those points?
I always thought of my mum throughout the whole.
This is quite nice, isn't it? So I like that.
Mae rheoli'r gystadleuaeth ar gael ar y wefan Radio Cymru.
Diolch, Lowry. Brian, ti ar da.
Brian. Oh, epic. I love stuff like this, stuff you just don't know what to say to at all. Da, 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 da. Been some fat fucking synth pads made on this. That's basically the sound of Wales right now. You heard it first. I used to like a lot of this stuff, but it's just become so commonplace of rehashing on charts, so I just got bored of it now. I don't call it entertainment.
This sounds, therefore, like the making of a great film. Mrs. Doubtfire, of course, was a smash hit, grossed over £260 million worldwide, and was the second highest grossing film of the year.
I never liked Mrs. Doubtfire, not really. I thought it was alright, but nothing really. I don't like men dressing up as women. I don't think it's funny. Oh look, there's a man at
one in London to mark the release.
Mrs. Brown's Boys is one of the worst things I think I've ever seen, ever. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. You can't dress a man up in a woman's costume and just like have a load of people swear around you and then just look at the camera and go.
Since his arrest last year.
You as a god woman, as a god man. Now,
God man.
Before we get the skeptic
Come on, say it probably. Skeptic.
Are you saying that you are God? Yes, I am. But I'm not saying that I am the supreme being. I'm not saying that you are the supreme being. What I'm saying is that I am qualitatively the same as the supreme being, but not quantitatively. You see that? I'll give you a good example that Dr. Rowan is.
That's not me, that is. No, I don't think you got it quite. Let me try again.
In that drop of water, there are the same life-giving properties that are in the ocean. But you cannot sail an ocean liner.
Was everyone about fucking in the ocean today?
But that water has the same life-giving, so it is qualitatively the same as the ocean.
I like how you could say qualitatively, but not skeptic.
Different. So
she's like,
what we're trying to do
yeah,
is to let our brothers and our sisters understand that there is a religious system, a way of life that awakens your divinity, and therefore you do not need an external savior to come and save you. Because
no need for God.
God has made you in his own likeness, then God has already saved you, because God has endowed you.
Not if God makes you, then drops you into a war zone, kills both your parents.
And to transform yourself into the likeness of God.
Right, absolutely. Now you said there...
Right, absolutely. Now moving on.
that awakens your divinity is the Wahhab Kemetic meditation that we're going to go on to talk about now.
I don't think I need any more medication from that. Some of them want to get used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused. Right, so I think, we learnt a bit from that, didn't we, about the radio in general, and I don't think there was any comedy gold or anything that really sparked off that much interest, but, I didn't know what was coming then, so, give me a break. We can wrap it up, I suppose. There was a few things I wanted to talk about, which I've pretty much forgotten. I'm going to be doing a bit later or tomorrow on what does impress Shania Twain. I thought that would be good. And a little bit about how I was making a fruit juice with the blender. Yes, I do that sometimes now. To try and cleanse my dying body. With lots of oranges, and Vicky came in and said, fucking hell, it stinks of terraced chocolate oranges in here. And that just really made me laugh. I thought, if you ever get to a point where the smell of an orange reminds you of a Terry's chocolate orange, a chocolate version orange, then, well, I don't know what to say in that one, really. And I'll leave you at that. Bye-bye. This is one of those weird ones you're like, bye. Oh, that ain't worked. Bye. Bye.